You always hear people claim their favorite wood is totally waterproof, right? It's one of those things everyone repeats, but when you actually look for proof, it's all just talk. Nobody really puts it to the test. So I decided to do what nobody else would, actually test it out. I wanted to see which woods could really handle a soaking and which ones would fall apart the moment things got wet. I picked out 7 types of wood you'll find in homes, workshops, and backyards all over the country. Each one was cut, sanded, and prepped exactly the same way, so there'd be no excuses. Then I put them through a brutal water test, soaking, drying, and everything in between. First up, classic pine. Pine is everywhere, cheap, easy to work with, but after just 24 hours in water, it was a mess. It got heavier, swelled up, and the grain felt rougher than sandpaper. You could see and feel the damage. Next, I tried cedar. It's famous for outdoor use, and at first it looked like it might hold up. But after drying out, tiny cracks started to show up around the edges. Nothing huge, but enough to make you think twice about using it where water's a problem. So, cedar wasn't a total disaster, but it definitely wasn't the hero I hoped for. It survived, but not without scars. Then came teak, the wood with a legendary reputation for water resistance. People use it on boats, in showers, and for outdoor furniture. And honestly, teak lived up to the hype. It barely absorbed any water, didn't twist or warp, and stayed solid. But even teak wasn't perfect. There were a few tiny flaws if you looked close. Next up, pressure-treated wood. Pressure-treated wood is supposed to be tough, but after soaking and then hitting it with some heat, it warped faster than you can say deck disaster. Not what you want for your backyard. Plywood actually surprised me at first. The surface looked fine, and I thought maybe it would hold up. But then the layers started peeling apart, and it quickly became clear that plywood just can't handle a real soaking. The glue gave up, and the whole thing started to fall apart. So much for plywood being tough. Next, I tried MDF, medium density fiberboard. MDF didn't even make it through the first round. The moment it touched water, it started to swell, crumble, and basically disintegrate. It soaked up water like a sponge and fell apart completely. Definitely not waterproof, and honestly, not even water resistant. Then I tested the viral waterproof wood that everyone online seems to rave about. It looked like it might be the answer. At first, it seemed like a winner, until it dried. That's when cracks showed up in places you'd never expect, right through the middle. In the end, only one wood stayed stable. It didn't absorb 0 water, but it stayed predictable. It didn't warp and didn't crack in weird places. That's what you really want, something reliable, not invincible. So if you're picking wood for a project where water's a factor, remember, the real trick isn't finding something waterproof. It's finding something you can count on, time after time. If this test saved you some headaches or helped you pick the right wood, hit that like button to let me know. And if you want to see what happens when I test these woods with different finishes, drop a wood test in the comments for part 2. Make sure to subscribe, because my next experiment is going to push these woods, and maybe even some new contenders, to the absolute limit. You won't want to miss it.